Jumbo and Habari Gani, everyone. This is Chanda Branch, author and cultural creative with Living Kwanzaa, and I am here on the day after Kwanzaa has concluded in 2025 with a recap of our show this year. We are so excited. This was season 3, and we had a phenomenal lineup of guests. So let's take a look at who all was involved. So on night 1, we had my own cousin, Devin Gore, who is an entrepreneur, a hooper, a music artist. He is an amazing young man who has found a way to connect his passion for sports, for music, and his passion for helping his community. He has organized food drives and giveaways for toys and school supplies. He's doing really amazing work down in South Florida, and I would love it if everybody would take a moment, go back to that episode, listen to what he has to say, and connect with him. You can find him on Spotify at Fresh03Kid. He's also on Instagram at Fresh03Kid, and his organization Within the Family is on Instagram, but you can also go to withinthefamily.com. Then on night 2, y'all, we talked about Kuji Chagulia with a guest who is familiar to our broadcast, Corey Branch, my husband, Raleigh City Council member and electric engineer. He has been celebrating Kwanzaa with us from day 1. He was on the literal very first episode we ever did, and it's usual for him to be on the show, but this year he was on for a totally new topic. He joined us to talk about Kuji Chagulia, about self-determination, and how we as a community can begin to work differently and make some decisions for ourselves as we approach government and really understand what we want and how we want to access that. So we are grateful to Councilmember Branch for coming and joining us. Go back and watch episode 2. You can find Corey on Facebook at Corey4District C. You can find him on Instagram at Corey4District C, and you can also find him at CoreyBranch.com. Then on night 3, friends, we went into Ujima mode, and we had my friend Monica Johnston Hostler, who is the representative elect to the North Carolina House in District 33. She is a former Wake County School Board member. She also works in a realm where she is advocating for women and children and men actually, who have been victims of sexual abuse and violence. So we had a chance to talk about how we work together, what our responsibility is to one another, and how all of her worlds collide in the best possible way. So please, please, please go back, watch that episode, and you can find Monica. She's still on X, at least at the time of this recording, at M. Johnson Hostler, and then also on Instagram at Elect Monica. And you can reach her by email at monica4nc@gmail.com. Night 4, we talked about Ujamaa. Now, Alvin Miles is the owner of Halo Salt Lounge and Amplify. He is an athlete. He is a handyman. He is a dancer and musician, but he also is a business leader. And that's why he was on to talk about collective economics, really getting into our perceptions in the Black community about money and how we use our money, how we spend our money, how we save our money, how we manage our money, and how we can work together to make sure that we are doing all of those things the most efficient possible way and getting the greatest results. We really enjoyed that conversation. We also got into a little bit of Gullah Geechee history because that is a background that the two of us share. Please reach out. Watch that episode again. That was night 4. And you can find Alvin at Halo Salt Lounge on Facebook. You can find him on Halo Salt Lounge on Instagram. And then you can always email him at hello@halosaltlounge.com. Night 5 was a trip, y'all. Night 5, we talked with Judge Ashley Parker of the Wake County District Court about NIA. about purpose. We talked about everything from when you are walking in your purpose and everything is going smoothly, all the bells are ringing and everything is going great, to those moments where it feels like a disappointment. It feels like maybe this isn't the thing for me. But we also talked about the discipline and the courage that it takes to come back to what your true purpose is and to do what you need to do in order to achieve that. She is working in the community in some phenomenal ways. Judge Ashley shows up for women and girls, making sure that they know that her story is not a unique story, that she is standing as a model for what is possible for them. Please reach out to Judge Ashley. You can find her on Facebook at Judge Ashley Parker, on Instagram at judge.ashley, online at judgeashley.com, and she's on LinkedIn as well, Judge Ashley Parker. She is so phenomenal. Reach out, watch that episode again on night 5. Night 6 brought us to Sage Battle. Y'all, this girl is bad. Sage Battle is a creative entrepreneur. She is an artist, but she is also a martial artist. And we talked about creativity and how it benefits people in ways that we don't typically give it credit for. We talked about the intelligence building. We talked about the world building, the connectedness with other cultures. We talked about a lot when it came to creativity. That conversation was full and robust, and it's almost hard to wrap your head around everything we touched on in that episode. So please, please, please go back, give night 6 another watch, and get in touch with Sage Battle. You can find her portfolio at jadejaguar.com. You can find her on Instagram at Sageology, and you can find Sage on Facebook with her regular name, Sage Battle. But you are definitely going to want to rewatch that and then reach out. Check out her portfolio. She has some amazing photography, and you'll get an essence of the conversation when you are able to see through her lens how she views the world. It's absolutely incredible. So night 7, we wrapped up with a conversation about Imani, or faith. And my good friend Nikki Wood was our guest. She is a healthcare administrator. She is a mom and grandmother. She is an absolutely phenomenal woman. Nikki is so smart and so funny, and you will appreciate in particular our conversation about the ugly phase and how the ugly phase actually benefited those of us who went through it, and how maybe our kids can use some productive struggle. So go back, watch that episode if you're curious about what the ugly phase is and how that could possibly be a good thing for anybody. We really had a good time. It was a fantastic conversation. You can reach out and find Nikki at Nikki Wood. You can also find her on Facebook and on Instagram at Nick Nice. That's Nic that's Niknicee, 5 E's, one for each kid. Yeah. So here's the big thing. Is Kwanzaa over? Yes. However, I have some big news. Kwanzaa, a modern celebration, has been every year a 7-night celebration where we interview special guests and talk each night of Kwanzaa as we light our candles and discuss our principles. But I am ready to walk out and practice what I preach. Kwanzaa is not just that 7-day celebration. So you are all invited to join the Living Kwanzaa Community. Friends, what are you going to find in that community? We are learning, loving, and living Kwanzaa to help us build stronger families, communities, and futures. We are going to embrace these 7 principles year round, 365 days a year. And I am going to walk on that journey with you and help us understand exactly how we can apply these principles practically, how they can make sense in our everyday lives. So go ahead and scan the QR code. Go ahead and visit flow.page/livingkwanzaa. And that is where you are going to find all kinds of amazing resources. Here's one in particular that I'm very, very proud of. I worked really hard to develop this because I feel like we needed a way to ground ourselves in what these principles mean beyond the structured definition given to us by Maulana Karenga. So I came up with 7 moments of meditation. For each principle, there is a positive affirmation that you can recite, that you can write, you can use to journal. But there's also a reflection piece and a meditation included so that you can really dig deep into what these principles can mean for you, for your family, for your organization, for your workplace, for your community. It's an amazing resource, and I am giving it to you absolutely free. Just tell me exactly where to email it and I will shoot that over to you. So go ahead and get that gift from me. I have a little Zawadi for you. Again, you can find it at flow.page/Living Kwanzaa. Now, in addition to the community launching, I have an absolutely incredible announcement that is going live on Sunday, January 5th, 2025. Welcome to the new year. I have a new thing. You don't want to miss it. So when you go to Living Kwanzaa, you are going to be able to sign up for the community and you'll begin to get the newsletter. And that's how you will be the first to get all of the information, all of the new resources, all of the things that we are going to be doing in the coming year. So you don't want to miss that. I won't say it's time sensitive, but you really, really, really want to be there on day one. January 5th, big announcement is coming, and I think you guys are all going to be excited. So the last thing that I have for you is a huge thank you. Thank you to every single one of my guests. Thank you to everyone who tuned in and watched live, who watched the recordings afterwards, who has tracked and followed us on Instagram and on Facebook. I am so excited that we were able to bring you season 3. It feels so wonderful to be able to join with my community and bring a celebration of Kwanzaa to everyone. So I'm even more looking forward to expanding that celebration and stretching that throughout the year because there are 7 principles, but there are infinite possibilities. So thank you, everyone. And I will see you in the next video. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.